Hello, my lovely Leos. This is for Leo Sun Moon Rising for the week of August 3rd, or when you hear it and it resonates. And of course, it may never resonate, so just leave it behind if it's not for you. Leos, the first thing that I'm getting when I'm working with your energy is the reminder from Spirit that we are in a Leo season and there is a lot going on that is going to help amplify your natural tendencies to be out there, to lead, to be seen, and the desire to be seen. So what you're actually getting here is a reminder to check in with your feelings, because what I'm being shown is that sometimes your inclination as astrologically as a fire sign is you have a natural inclination to wish to be seen, to be out there, to be in public. It's part of what fire energy does, is it wants to reach out into community and create cooperation. And for you in particular, the idea of being acknowledged for whatever skills, values that you hold to be important. This is what you would like appreciation for, acceptance for, and to be respected and admired for, quite honestly, which is, of course, who wouldn't want that? But what they're saying is, because there is all this extra energy right now, pay attention a little bit to the fact that sometimes all of that fiery momentum can push you fast, can kind of, not push you, it can kind of move you much more quickly through situations to that place in a way where you may have singed a few people on the way, not because you did anything in any kind of mean way, but because you were unaware of the impact your choices were having on the people around you. And again, not necessarily anything horrific, but something that, were you to have checked in with your feelings and really sat back and really considered the possibility that maybe there were other options that were not originally in your thoughts that might actually have been better. That maybe just don't be so completely certain all the time about every single choice that you make and have it be a fait accompli, a boom. That can actually end up causing a lot more pain for you and for other people too. Because sometimes what happens then is it kind of creates a wall where people don't want to approach you. Where if you feel as though everything is going to be if they feel as though everything has got to be your way or no way, that can be kind of a put off for people sometimes. And a put off not just because they maybe don't want to do it, but because then they can feel as though they're not seen or respected, that their needs are not really being considered. And again, it's not even necessarily the people that you're helping or working with. It could be the people around you in your family, for example, who kind of get singed as you're moving forwards towards what your goal is. Again, this is not a criticism. What Spirit is reminding you is it's a natural thing for your energy to be like that. It's a natural thing for your personality to have developed along those lines, because our energy imprints do shape us, and in conjunction with our life experience, shape how we think and how we behave. So now what you're being told is lean into grace. Lean into grace. And there's another thing too, and that is that sometimes, Leos, instead of getting clarity on things that would maybe make the situation easier, you let yourself operate in kind of a vague sense of uncertainty, because that way then you don't have to make choices or decisions about things, which can in the end it can create more difficulty for you because you haven't taken the time to clarify in the moment before you act. Or you use that vagueness as an opportunity not to act and not to face other options that might be better. So for now, what I'm going to say is this. You've got the humor card and you've got the grace card on either side of the other packs. You're being told, really check in with your feelings, own what you like about yourself, and really be in touch with what you feel about those things. Yes, you can be outspoken, you can be logical, you can be intellectual and organized. How do you really feel about those things? If you look back and you say, okay, I'm a great organizer and I think that's wonderful about me, give yourself a moment to reflect back on what it feels like to organize things, Does it feel liberating and free? Does it feel like there's a burden? Does it feel like maybe you can say, oh yeah, I really like that ability in me, and maybe I don't need to do it quite so much. Or, oh, look in that situation where it created that problem, and if I had, then maybe. It just gives you a chance to kind of reflect on things a little bit, because you are growing and you're meant to be growing, and you've got all of these wonderful qualities. So what Spirit is really asking you to consider is what might be getting in the way of you expressing those wonderful qualities in ways that create more cooperation. And more of community for you, and more of a sense of belonging and being seen and being honored in a way where you don't have to fight for it, where it's given to you. Okay? I'm going to leave you with that, my very dear Leos. Much love, and thank you for coming by.